Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. This is Connie. I'm going to be sharing with you this scrapbook layout that I'm going to be putting together. All of my pieces are from Cuddly Cute Designs. I just don't remember all of the file names. I apologize. I've taken leaves from one file, title from another, the fox, and this set down here is a newer file. So if you want the names, just leave a comment and I'll gladly get all the file names, but it should be not too difficult to find. I apologize. I'll try to give you some sizes, just do the best I can here, trying to get this put together so I can keep going on other projects. But first of all, get this out of my way. I started out with just a 12-inch square piece of cardstock. It's kind of a caramel color. It's actually from American Crafts. I don't have any craft cardstock, and I tried dark brown, but it was too dark, like real dark espresso type color. So anyway, and then my next piece, this cream color, what I did is on two sides, I cut it down, excuse me, get my glue, I forgot that. I cut it down 3/16 of an inch on two sides. That's the easiest way I can give you an idea of the size, because honestly, I'm not going to try to calculate it backwards. It wouldn't be too difficult, but so I'm going to get this. I apologize. I should have had this background piece glued down. I just kind of on the spur of the moment decided to do this video and get it done. I'm trying to get more videos done, and I'm still working on some learning how to edit some other videos with some equipment to be able to share my desktop so you can see how I do some of this. It's going to be a work in progress. I apologize, it's not going to be a quick learning experience. And oh goodness, everything flying. Next time I might be prepared, but don't count on it. Sorry for the noise. This is how noisy it is when I put everything down. I like to get it burnished well. Okay, this piece started out 12 by 12. This is from Echo Park. I cut it down 1/2 of an inch on two sides, so 11.5 by 11.5. And I like to get my corners all the glue out first, just so I don't forget that. Because this is going in protector pages, I'm not quite as fussy about getting a large amount of glue down as I would a card, just because it's enough to keep it to stick, but the page protectors also, you know, keep it together. So, okay, I'm just kind of eyeballing this. So these pieces you can put, you know, the size you want for the edge borders. I just decided to do a little bit larger pieces today, or a little bit larger edges. And I've got my handy dandy adhesive eraser here. It's been loved and used and abused. Put some up here too. Okay, and the friend that I am working on the scrapbook layouts for so generously just posted 29 photos yesterday. Like, woman, you're killing me. I gotta get busy. So I will be having, oh my fingers, I will be having more layouts for you here. So I'm going to flip this around once. I'm going to show you what my original plan was. I didn't like it after I started looking at the flip side of this. It's okay. You Okay, this is what I was originally going to do, because this is from the same, these two greenish colors are from the same paper kit from Echo Park. And I don't know what made me turn it over, and I thought, you know what, I kind of like this. And after I laid it all out, it might be too busy for some of you. Go with this. I just decided I like the contrast better, and then it looks like the little foxes in more of a forest type. So just thought I would share with you. Sometimes you guys ask, you know, my papers on my questions about my paper selection. So that's what my thinking was there. Okay, my next piece, again, the same as my background. It's cut at, I want to say, let's see, get this straight. Yeah, 5 inches by 12 inches. This again is cut 3/16 of an inch off of two sides from 12 by 5. That's where I started, and then I cut it down. So get this glued on. I want to welcome all my new subscribers. I want to thank you for joining me, and thank you to all my continuing subscribers. I appreciate your patience and your support. You guys, everybody has been wonderful. All your kind comments means a lot. It keeps me going. Appreciate that. Always, if you have any questions or something specific you would like to see, you know, let me know. I will do my best to help out where I can. Try to answer any questions. I did not start out in the paper crafting world as a scrapbooker or even with paper piecing. I started out, oh gosh, I don't even know how many years ago. And I won't date myself that far, but I started out stamping with Stampin' Up! Years and years ago. And I just want to say maybe the last, oh, I'm trying to think, 10 years maybe? No, it's been longer than that. Closer to 15 years now. I've been working with Cricut. Started out with the personal Cricut, and yeah, kind of self-taught, learned from videos for everything. So some glue down here. I'll get you the size of this next piece in a moment. It should be 11.5 tall, 4.5 inches wide. And this one will be easy to get lined up to put on there. It's just gonna go, you know, from top to bottom. Just like to get this. And I think I'm gonna go at, yeah, I'm gonna go in at 1 inch, I believe. I'm going to quick take my photo mat. I need a new paper trimmer or blade. Wow. Yeah, we'll go at 1 inch here, from inch from the far outside. Excuse me. I have to make a quick trip to the store, and I thought, yeah, I don't feel like going out, so I'll do this instead. I've become a hermit pretty much. What works for me, other than I will be starting a new part-time job toward the end of the month. I have training for a while first, but my goal is, like I said earlier, to try to get some card making videos going for you. It may not be showing you how I design it yet in Design Space. I apologize. Again, that's going to take some time to work on, but even to show you, you know, how I go about it and stuff, I think will help. So I've got some Thanksgiving and I'm way behind because, you know, here it's going to be, I should be working on Halloween and Thanksgiving and Christmas, and I'm still working on fall, and I'll get there when I get there. There have been a few years I haven't gotten much help for Christmas cards, so what I do is I do a big production at Valentine's Day, and people are always surprised, so kind of works out good. My photo mats are going to be 2 different sizes just because of the size of that border strip. This one is going to be 4.5 by 6.5, and then again 3/16 of an inch off 2 sides, keeping my photo mats fairly quiet this time. The pictures that my friend posted, I am planning on using a few of those. It's from an apple orchard, but some of them are kind of generic, so this layout will work perfectly for it. And honestly, it's pretty on the layout when you use the pattern paper, but it gets covered up. You don't really see it, and I don't want it to distract from the photos for her, so that's why I'm using very basic mats. And I don't know if you've ever seen me do this. I have sandpaper, so I use that a lot if I have little shavings or I have a little bit of a ragged edge on my paper. If it's too bad, I'll just sand it down. This piece is, and I cut this down quite a bit, so the outside is going to be 4.25 by 6.25, and then again 3/16 of each side. So I'll just have to crop the photo a little bit, or she will. I'm not sure how I'm printing photos, or if she is. I haven't really got that far with her, to be honest. I just scrapbook, she can do the rest, right? No, I really don't know. I may be doing that too as a gift for her. It's kind of my thinking, and I'm just probably going to do it and not tell her. Okay. Bring these in because I kind of want to get these put on before I put the rest of my pieces, so I kind of know exactly where I want the pieces. But I want to make sure I get the smaller of the two in here, and it is going to go quite far up to the top, so I have room for my embellishments here. I didn't want to crop it too small or make the photo mat too small, so that's where I'm at. I should have done this first. I'm not going to eyeball this. I'm just going to lay it down. I'm using my Beacon 3-in-1 glue so I can erase where I need to if it's not straight. So I'm just going to use my T-ruler here. I'm not going with the sides. I'm just using the sides of my paper over here to I'm eyeballing side to side, but I'm going to go with that. It's as close as I can get to even. Okay. This one, I think we'll go from the top. Figure out where I want it. I need to put this up a little bit further because I have my leaves to go down here, so let's find those. Get them picked up. I will never put do acrylic nail polish again in my life. Just throwing that out at you because whoops, can't get it off. And it's almost worse than, no, I did gel nail polish. It's worse for me than acrylics, actually. I'm not happy, so not gonna do that again. Okay. I'm going to use this side piece kind of as a guideline. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. I'm bad at eyeballing everything, you guys. Oh, I try to remember my ruler and stuff, and there was a lady I used to know, she's not living around here anymore, but she cracked me up. How did she put something about she just eyeballs it, and if it's not perfect, that's where God wanted her to put it. So I don't know, it was quite hilarious the way she put it to me though. And I thought, you know, she kind of has a point. We're not perfect, so it just, I don't know, probably my father was the one that commented something. She'd made him a card or something for his birthday, and yeah, he would be the one to comment that it's not quite straight, you know. And so she said to me, she wouldn't say anything to him, she was way too polite, but she said something to him, and I thought it was funny. I'm going to try to get the sizes of my leaves because they are bigger. This is going to be approximate, so best I can do. About 2.5 inches on these two, because you know they're the same. That's the length, and then I let the Cricut decide the height, or vice versa, however I do it. So, but then if this is just sitting like this, it's about 1 3/4 or so inches wide. So I'm gonna get my other glue for this, and I'm going to try, like everything, to remember that I only want glue on part of it. So let's see, I can do it up here, and then I'm just going to do that, and looking for one of my mini tweezers here. Of course, I get the one that's falling apart. Okay. So my goal was to have the picture go under there, and I'm good with that. And then this one, pretty much the whole bottom, I'm just going to leave a little bit of that top part of that leaf there, but otherwise I'm pretty good to go. The whole thing. And then this one also, I just want to come off. So I'm just going to do, make sure I get this right. I'm going to do that part of it. Okay. Come down like that. If you wanted to, you could, you know, tie a string or whatnot in there, but I'm not going to go that far. I am going to put just a tiny bead of glue here and erase part of what I've missed there. I just want that stem to be down just a little bit. Get a clean piece of paper. I don't want any writing to show in there. So here's my goal. Probably not a very good, can't probably see it real well, but it does, the picture would sit or fit down here. So we're good, yeah. And I'm gonna keep this out because I need to do it on this one too. Okay, let me, got all these pieces and I'm trying to figure out which one goes where. Should be this one. I'm missing a leaf. Here it is. Okay, so these two want to go. So it's gonna go down. Yeah, I'm just gonna put glue on 1/2 of it. Get this somewhat centered here. Okay, on this stem I want a little bit of glue because I want part of this to go on that to hold it. And make sure that, yeah, my photo will go under there, so I'm good. And then I can always glue those down if I want, but again, they're going in page protectors. It's really not going to be that big of a deal. Next is my title. There's actually a pumpkin. It's a crow sitting on a pumpkin. I'm pretty sure that's the one that goes with this. But this is about 4.5 approximately wide, and then however tall. I did draw in on the leaves, and I did put some liquid pearls in the center there. And then it's going to go up here. This is popped up on foam tape, by the way. I have 3 leaves that I'll be adding. I think this is from the fall owl. I'm not sure, these leaves. First of all, this one, the height of it is about, with the stem included, about say 2 3/4 inches. And then this one is about 2 1/4. And then we have this one. This is about 2 1/4. But this one goes down first. Sorry, I didn't think this would take this long. I apologize. I don't write down the measurements. I just have it designed and go. Okay, so that's going up in the corner, and those pieces are not part of this title. They were added separately, just in case you're kind of wondering, well, what did I do or where did I get those? So it will look different. And I'm going to glue these two. Should know better than to glue above my piece because I usually make quite a mess. I'm just gluing those down a little bit. Excuse me, sorry. And then these are going to go over there. So I do want to glue these down before I put my title down, so I know where I'm going here. I usually would use beacon glue for these, but I just happened to have that in my hand, so. Okay. Now glue my title down, and I want to make sure I get this somewhat straight. So I'll probably bring in my ruler again. Somebody had asked me some questions from one of the groups I was in. They sent me a private message, which is fine. But part of the thing was, you know, how do you get your cards to look so nice? Well, I am very particular. When I put something down, I make sure it's glued on all edges and it's stuck. And just very particular about stuff. I can't say that enough. It pays off in the end project, you know. And that sounds maybe rude, but even if you don't ink things and stuff, fine, you know. It's just glue stuff down really well and just cut straight. I'm just speaking from things I've seen that, yeah. I have to hold this up a moment. Okay, what I'm kind of looking at is it's going along the line. It's pretty straight. One thing I was just looking at. You could bring that down a little bit if you wanted. Just want to kind of leave it up a little bit there. I'm good with that. Okay, when you get these pieces on, we're good to go. So This might be a little bit more challenging. I apologize. I'm going to just lay them on there so I kind of know where I want them first. Okay, so I'm going to give you the dimensions of the pumpkin and the fox, because otherwise I really don't know. The rest is kind of all sized around that. If you piece it together and group like the fox and the pumpkin, you'll be able to do this better to get it to better size. The pumpkin is about 2 3/8 of an inch high, and the fox, and this will be from the tops of her ears to the bottom of her tail, is about 4 inches. When I first saw this, I'm like, okay, what do I do with this piece? And it all went together very easily. Yeah, if you have any questions, let me know, but it was relatively easy. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm doing this. I can't remember. These kind of overlap a little bit. I know that. And I want to make sure I get them glued down somewhat decent. So, okay. And then I'm putting mine off this side. I don't remember how they're on the file. I'm fine with however it went. This is just how I want mine to go. I do have the little sunflower popped up on a little pop, and a little bit of foam tape there. And because I've got all these fine pieces, I'm gonna use my art glitter glue. It's in the bottle. And I did emboss the leaves on this pumpkin and yeah, the center piece there. So if you're kind of wondering about that, go with about there. So both of the leaves and then the center. I did that for all the leaves. Okay, glitter glue or stickles and Nouveau drops. I think it was like a pearly color. Beautiful pale yellow. I just decided to do something different because it sets it off more than all just glitter. So, and if you want to do this more for like a masculine or a boy, obviously just leave the glitter, or excuse me, the bow off. And that works perfectly well. You could pop some of this stuff up. I'm going to pop up one of the flowers for sure, and just trying to make sure she's fairly straight. Possibly one of the acorns. I've got that far. Okay, put one of the mushrooms down here. Yeah, I'm gonna pop one of the mushrooms up. The sunflower I'll just leave flat. Get some foam tape here quick and a scissors. I think I could find something a little easier, but heavens no. This, sorry, I should have had this done obviously, yeah, but this is my crafting in real time, right? You see how I all of a sudden think, oh yeah, I want to do that, or I want to do this, and so I kind of do it on the spur of the moment. That'll just make it pop more, gives it much better 3D appearance. Okay, then we have these vines down here, and I'm gonna move this a moment. Let's see. Trying to figure out exactly how I want to put some of this. Don't want everything flopping too bad. They kind of overlap, and you can do this at your own discretion as to how you want them to overlap. Putting them down here a bit though, because I want her tail to show as much as possible. She is more the focal point here. Sorry, I'm just putting glue on this these greens. I forget you guys can't see what I'm doing down there. Okay. Okay, so I was going to say I already lost one of these crazy acorns. If I lost another one, I was going to be mad. I had to go back and recut it. I had the top, and I know I cut both of them, so somewhere, someday, I will find the other part. I don't know. Not sure how big this is, so okay, good. If this was a card, I would be putting even more foam tape on it so it goes to the mail, okay? But since it's not, gonna go as it is. Okay, so there you have my finished layout. Again, if you have any questions, please be sure to leave a comment and I'll get back to you. Otherwise, thank you for joining me. Have an awesome day, everybody.